Hello, still we are on national income determination, and as I told you before, we're working with new items again here. Okay, let's start with the introduction. The first idea is y equals to c plus I. That means income equals to consumption plus investment. But in the previous examples, investment was something fixed. But to be more realistic, investment is always related to rate of interest. So we'll have a new formula which says that consumption, you already know this one, but now we'll have another idea which is talking about investment equals to CR plus D. So this R is the one that I'm talking about, which is the rate of interest. So let me tell you something here, that whenever the investment depends on what? Investment depends on the rate of interest. And whenever the investment is going to increase, the rate of interest will decrease. That means they have an opposite, they are not directly proportional, they are inversely proportional. And whenever the rate of interest increases, the investment will fall down, and C is less than 0 and D is greater than 0. Okay, to make this more clear, I'll give you an example. So here, consumption equals to 0.8y plus 100, and investment equals to minus 20r, which is rate of interest, plus 100. Actually, this is 1000. Here you can see that you have 4 different variables: c, I, y, and r. So we have to eliminate some of them. We can go back to the formula that says y equals to c plus I, and here you can plug in the value of c, which is 0.8y plus 100, and the value of I, which is minus 20r plus 1000. Collect the like terms and simplify. I can bring the y back actually. Don't forget the coefficient is here 1, so 1y minus 0.8y. You can also bring this negative stuff to the other side, and it will be positive 20r equals to. Now you can add these two constant numbers. It will give you 1100. If you subtract this, you can have 0.2y equals to 1000, 0.2y plus 20r equals to 1100. Let me revise for you what I did. C is this one. We are given the value of c here, and this is the function of I. So because I got here lots of variables, I can eliminate some of them by using this formula. I plug in y equals to ci. So I plug in the value of c here, and I plug in the value of y here, and then I collected the like terms. I took the 0.8y to the 1y, and this negative 20r also I made it positive by bringing it here, and I added the constant numbers, and I got this formula. This formula is called the IS schedule. IS schedule, what is it? It's the schedule, or it's a function that relates the income and the interest rate. So you'll have another note on this one later. Now we need equilibrium of money market, where the supply of money matches the demand for money. Let me give you this. Okay, I don't have a space, so I'll write it here. Here you have MS equals to MD. And what is MS? MS is supply of money. Supply of money. And what's MD? MD is the demand for the money. So only when MS equals to MD, we can say that the market is in equilibrium level. Now let's talk about this example. Determine the equilibrium income and interest rate given the following information about the commodity market. Okay, I'll give you this given informations. Okay, so determine the equilibrium income and interest rate given the following information about the commodity market. It's given that consumption equals to 0.8y plus 100 and I equals to minus 20r plus 1000, and the market money ms equals to 2375, L1 is 0.1y, L2 is negative 25r plus 2000. So we're asked to find the effect that would happen if an increase in ms. What effect would a decrease in ms have on the equilibrium level of y and r? First, let me tell you about L1 and L2. They are types of commodities where L1 plus L2 will give you the MD. These are types of commodities as I told you. So L1 plus L2 will give you the MD. If you want more details, you can go back to your book and read about these things. Okay, let's start on working on this. First, we'll start with our IS. Actually, it's the one that I already solved it now, which is y equals to c plus I, and working on these two, we already found that 0.2y plus 20r equals to 1100. Please pay attention. I'm talking about what I did right now. I'm talking about this one. This is our IS, as I told you. So first I worked on our IS and I already got this formula. Okay, this is our IS. Now we will work on our market money, which is this idea. Here, don't forget that MD equals to L1 plus L2, and don't forget that MS equals to MD. Okay, so our MD equals to L1 plus L2, which means (0.1y minus 25r plus 2000). This would give you just our MD, and if I made MS equals to MD, our MS is 2375 equals to this one. I will collect the like terms, that means take the number with the number. So you'll have what? 0.1y minus 25r equals to 375. So this is our LM schedule. Again, I'll tell you what's the idea for the LM schedule. This is our LM, and don't forget the IS was so here to solve these two together, you have to eliminate them. But to eliminate this, you have to multiply this one by 2 so that you can have both 0.2 and 0.2. So once I multiply this one by 2, you'll find 750. I multiplied the whole thing here by 2, so that, as I told you, you can have 0.2 and 0.2, and I can cancel them out. So if you eliminate these two, this will be cancelled, and here you'd have, I'm sorry, this is minus. Here you have a minus, so I have to put it as a minus. So 20 minus 50 would give me 70R, and 1100 minus 750 would give me 350. Divide both sides by 70. So the value for R would be 5. So the rate of interest is 5%. But once you find the rate of interest, now we can go back and work on the what? On the value for Y. You can take any of the two equations. Let's say that I choose to take this one. So you have 0.2y plus 20r, which is 5, equals to 1100. I will simplify it more. 20 times 5 will give me 100. And bring this one back and subtract. So 0.2y would equal to just 1000. Divide both sides by 0.2. So the value for y would be 5000. So now we found the equilibrium, but there was another part of the question that was saying, what if the MS is decreased, what would be the effect on the Y and the R? Anyway, we can sketch this graph to decide what would happen. Okay, I will sketch it here. So now don't forget that you have two functions, which is the IS and the LM. IS schedule was 0.2y plus 20r plus equals to 1100, and our LM was it was 0.1y minus 25r equals to 375. Okay, there is one thing that if you want to sketch this one, it's difficult to work with this 0.2 and 0.1, so get rid of them by multiplying everything by 10. So if you multiply both stuffs by 10, this will be changed to 2y plus 200r. So okay, we can say 2y equals to now divide everything by 2. Y will give you 5,500 minus 100r. Okay, so this is our IS that will be graphed, and do the same thing here for the LM. Everything multiplied by 10, you'll have just 1y minus 250r equals to 3,750. Take this one to the other side. Y equals to 3,750 plus 250r. Good. So now this would be our LM schedule. Now you already know that this would be our IS would be a negative because it have a negative slope here. So first put the 5,500. Of course this will be our Y and this would be the R. So let's say you have 5,500 here, and it will go down. So if it goes down, you have another point on this line. To find that other number, what are you going to do here is plug instead of y 0. So I'm talking about the is, plug here 0. So I will do it here. 0 equals to 5,500 minus 100r. Divide both sides by 100. So the value for r would be 55. So let's say you have a 55 here. So this is the is curve. Okay, let's talk about the LM now. This one, of course, you know that the intercept will be 3,750. Let's say it's almost here. Now this LM is positive because here the slope is positive, so it's going to go this way. So to find the other point, you have to plug in instead of r whatever number you want. Let's plug in, let's say 10. So y equals to, so I said I will plug in here 10. So I'll do it once by calculator. So if you put here 10, the value for y will be 6,250. So if this is 10, this would be, let's say here 6,250. You would have another point here, but it will be very difficult to represent it. So let me consider that 10 would be here. So let me put it here, and so our LM schedule or curve will be this way. So this will be called LM curve. Good. Now this will be our what? Our graph, and there will be something here that we were asked. What if the MS decrease? What if the MS decrease? So this is the LM is the one that was based on the MS. So let's imagine it, and let's say that it's decreased here. Of course, it will be on the same slope. So what do you think is this new equilibrium? What do you think of this new equilibrium compared to this one? Look here, the rates increased and the income decreased. So if MS decreases, what will happen is the rate will increase and the Y will decrease. Good. So this will be our schedule. Here I give you some notes. IS schedule is the equation relating national income and interest rate based on the assumption of equilibrium in the goods markets. Okay, and the other one is LM schedule is the equation relating national income and interest rate based on what? The assumption of equilibrium in the money market. Now I'll give you a question that I want you to try it by yourself. Okay, so equals to 0.7y. Okay, so here C equals to 0.7y plus 85, I equals to minus 50r plus 1200, ms equals to 500, L1 equals to 0.2y, L2 equals to L2 equals to negative 40r plus 230, and you're asked to work on the equilibrium level of y and r. Of course, I want you also to sketch the graph for MS and for LM and IS curve. LM and IS curve. Please sketch those two graphs. Okay.